Hey, what's up guys? Trunkoso here. Welcome back to the channel and to my first episode of my best of Call of Duty Zombies series. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering what is easily one of the best guns in Zombies history, as well as one of my personal favorites, which, if you didn't already read the title, is the one and only Galil assault rifle from the Black Ops series. For those of you who don't already know, the Galil is an assault rifle that is only available in the mystery box in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 and the Zombie Chronicle maps, as well as in Black Ops 4 and Cold War, albeit with a different name, the Grab. This makes the Galil one of the only guns in Zombies history to appear in every Black Ops game to date, and if that doesn't say how badass this gun is, I don't know what will. So why is the Galil so amazing, you might ask? Well, there's a few reasons why it's held in such high regard by the Zombies community, so I think in order for me to properly explain why the Galil is so great, I'm going to need to cover all of these weapons' pros. So without further ado, let's dive into it. The first major pro of the Galil is that it has very high damage regardless of whether you pack a punch or not, but especially when you're going for headshots, it is very obvious that the headshot multiplier with the Galil, which is a 5.5 times multiplier by the way, is very high for an AR, which is always a good thing. And I should mention as well that this is when you are not using Double Tap 2.0 from BO2 and BO3 zombies. You see, when you have Double Tap 2.0 in those games, you will exponentially increase the amount of damage you do drastically. Normally the Galil is effective until about round 30 or so, but when you have Double Tap 2.0 in tandem with the upgraded Galil, the Lamentation, you can very easily carry it into the 40s, and it will still kill the zombies effectively as long as you're going for those headshots and conserving your ammo as best as possible. This also makes the Galil one of the handful of guns that you can really use beyond round 30 when the zombies begin to become stronger. The second pro to the Galil is that it has an abnormally high amount of ammo available, both non-upgraded and upgraded. You get 350 rounds when you pull it from the box, but when you pull it from the Pack-a-Punch machine, you get a very healthy 525 rounds that all do exceptional damage. And considering that the Galil is a box gun, this is actually very good, and overall it adds to the value of getting it from the box because most box guns in Zombies generally don't carry a lot of ammo. And since it's not a wall buy and you can't buy ammo for it constantly, it really helps that the Galil has a surplus of ammo, as it will last way longer than its competition, and you'll be able to make more use out of it in your game. The third pro to the Galil is that it is great for points on top of its high damage, so if you decided to hit the box early on and you get a Galil, not only will you have an absolute powerhouse, but you'll also have obtained a great gun for the early rounds that you can use to get points for doing stuff on the map, while simultaneously having some stopping power against the zombies. And you can choose to keep it for the majority of your game as well, as it will last a very long time. Overall, these three pros I talked about are probably the Galil's main selling points, so with the pros out of the way, I also wanted to talk about a couple of cons to the weapon. Now granted, they aren't very major cons that actually hinder the gun that badly, but rather it's just a couple smaller complaints that I wanted to bring up. The first con with the Galil, and probably the most obvious one, is that while the Galil is a tremendous gun, at the end of the day it is a mystery box gun, which means that unlike wall-buy guns like the AN94 or the KN44, you can't buy unlimited ammo for it. Now granted, the Galil already has a lot of ammo, so this isn't really the worst thing in the world, but technically speaking, if you were to run out of ammo with it and there's no max ammo in sight, the only way that you can realistically get more ammo would be to trade it out in the box and try to get it back whenever you can. And the second and really the only other con I could come up with for the Galil exclusively applies to the Black Ops 1 version. That is that the reload speed on the BO1 version of the Galil kind of feels slow at times compared to the other ARs. However, if you buy Speed Cool, it automatically remedies this con, and future games like Black Ops 2 and 3 fix this issue by giving it an AK reload, which is way more efficient. And I'm pretty sure in Chronicles it even comes with a fast mag attachment on it, which is super convenient. Also, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure the case is exactly the same for the BO4 and Cold War Grab as well. So when you compare the pros to the cons of the Galil, I think the pros massively overshadow its cons, and as a matter of fact, I wouldn't even really consider them to be serious cons, and they barely affect the gun at all in terms of performance and reliability. So because of this, I think if I had to give the Galil a grade based on its overall presence and usefulness in Zombies, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10, or an easy A. But before I conclude my review of the Galil, and going off topic for a few seconds, I also wanted to point out that I forgot to give the Springfield a grade in my last video, but obviously it gets an F because it's hot garbage.
You suck.
You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, you
The boy has no skills.
But ultimately, in my opinion, the Galil is one of the best and arguably the most quintessential Zombies rifle. It has a very high amount of ammo, it does some of the best damage in its class, and pretty much mops the floor with the vast majority of other ARs in Zombies. It's easily in my top 3 guns of all time in Zombies, and whenever I get it from the box and when the situation is convenient, I'll usually take it 9 out of 10 times. The Galil is amazing, and it is easily one of the best guns and features to have appeared in Call of Duty Zombies. With that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications. I mainly create Zombies content, so if you're into that and want to see more of it, consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, I am Trunkoso, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.